Okay, so we are going to take this toward the one-legged crow today, which means this will be much more of a core intensive and upper body flow, so keep that in mind. Also work through the back line of the body with a lot of compression through the front and get into the glutes a little bit as well, so just keep that in mind. The one-legged crow is the one demonstration I have here before we begin. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take and go into the shape at the end of each sequence once we get into the main part of the flow, and just bring yourself toward the one-legged crow from your regular crow, and just feel how it is to shift weight as you're holding on to your balance. You don't have to take things too far. Just having the control of staying balanced while you try to shift weight to one side is good enough, even if all that you're doing is just slightly shifting your weight to one side and still staying up and holding your tension. So work it as best you can. You don't have to bring this to the version of the shape. We've actually got one leg extended and up. It takes a lot to get there, and the one-legged crow is a hell of a lot harder than your regular crow as far as the tension and the core strength it requires. So coming into this, you're going to start from your forward fold to bring this into crow. Both hands down and dig your fingertips into the mat. Lift your heels, knees to your arms as usual. Lean forward, look forward. Keep your hips high. Let the feet lift together. Bring your toes to touch. Now, once you're in your crow, you'll shift your weight to one side. And I'll tell you which as we go, but I'm going to bring my weight over to the right and start to lift my left knee. And just going back and forth like that, trying to take your weight to one side is definitely fine if this is where you can manage things. And just even see if you can just lift this say about 3 times or so. Now, if you can actually keep your knee lifted, pull that leg into the opposite side. Squeeze your legs together. See that you can hold this. Try to keep your head low and keep your hips high the whole time. It's much easier to hold. If you can take it further, slowly extend that free leg up and back, and this is much harder to hold. Take it slow as you move into that, and make all your movements slow here. Hold as much tension as you can. If you move too fast, if you're not used to this, you're pretty much just going to go right down to the floor, which isn't the biggest deal because you're already pretty close. But you'll lose the pose. So you want to actually hold on to the tension and hold on to the strength that is necessary to keep yourself in that shape. So just work it as best you can, and really just work it at whatever level that you're at right now, and just really deal with that for the moment here, because that's where you're going to build the tension, build the strength to hold it toward more advanced variations. So just keep that in mind. So to get started, bring yourself up to the front of the mat and let's start the standing. And to set this up, look down at your feet, keep them about hips width distance apart. And let's start with a little bit of internal rotation. So bring the big toes in towards center so they're closer to each other than your heels are. And look down. Lift all 10 toes up off the floor. Spread them out nice and wide. Bring your toes down and dig them down into the floor. Pull your weight forward as far as you can. Bring your weight back toward your heels. And as you settle into standing, just engage your thighs. Pull the kneecaps up a bit. Hold tension in the glutes to ground your spine. And then stay braced through the belly, around the low ribs, and just keep your torso upright as well. Now let your arms hang at your sides, let your shoulders sink down, keep your neck nice and long. Reach the top of the head toward the ceiling, bring your chin in just a bit, and just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in here, let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing. So if the inhale's pulling as much as you can, try to fill up your lungs, hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. Now when you're ready here, take a deep inhale. And with your exhale, keep your eyes closed. Now with the eyes still closed, we're going to roll down and then come back up. So why don't you bring your chin down to your chest. Round your shoulders forward and then start to round your spine from the top. Upper back, mid back, pull your belly and put a little bend in your knees. And then just hinge from the hips. Keep your spine rounded as much as you can. Bring your hands to the floor and fold completely. Bring your torso down onto your thighs. And then once you can't go down any further, pull your belly in. Restack your spine. Keep a little bend in your knees. And then restack from the mid-spine. Upper back, draw your shoulders back. Open up your palms. Bring your head up last. And then take it back down like this. Eyes still closed, chin to chest. Let your shoulders come forward. And just round it down, not too fast, not too slow. Pull your belly in. Let your knees bend. You're not trying to crank your hamstrings here, but fold down all the way. Bring your torso down onto your thighs. And then draw your belly in. Round this back up. Start with your low back. Work it up to your shoulders. Open up your chest. And then one more time, bring your chin down to your chest. Shoulders come forward, round your spine down from the top. Let your arms just hang. Hinge from the hips. Bring your torso down as fully as you can onto your thighs. And as you lift back up once more, pull your belly in. Restack your spine. And then press your hips forward, draw the shoulders back, open up your palms, bring your head up last. And open your eyes. When you're ready with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach us up high again. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, through center again. Inhale, reach us up high. Now with the exhale, this time lean to the right. Right arm reaching down, left arm stretching right. Gaze up high, hold this here. Pull your left shoulder back and just keep looking up. With an inhale, reach both arms up and look forward. And with the exhale, lean left. Left arm down, stretch your right arm left. Pull the right shoulder back, gaze up high, and just hold here. With the next inhale, back to center, reach high. Now with the exhale this time, pull the elbows out wide. Let your head fall back, open up your chest. Inhale, reach up, look forward. Exhale, open this up again, elbows wide. Inhale, arms high, look forward. Exhale, one more time. Pull the elbows wide. Open up your chest. Hold here. Let your head fall back. Press your hips forward. Draw the shoulder blades toward each other. With an inhale, reach up. Look forward. And then with the exhale from here, bring your hands down through center and to your low back. Now palms open, fingers wide, shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open. Keep the elbows out wide. And then I want to take it into balancing from here. So put the weight to the left foot and lift the right. Take it slow. Right leg goes back and across. Now hinge from the hip. Bring your belly to your left thigh. Bring the right hand all the way down to the floor. Take it down low. And then press into your left foot. Bring it back to center, back to both feet. And let's take the other side. Weight to the right foot, lift the left. Hinge from the hip. Bring your left hand down to the floor. Belly to the right thigh. Left foot steps over to the right. Take it down low. And then smoothly here, press into your right foot, come back up to center, not too fast. Weight to your left foot, lift the right, hinge forward. Right hand down, right foot left, belly to the left thigh, take it down low. Press into your left foot, come back up to standing. Both feet to the mat, onto the right foot. Lift the left this time, hinge forward. Left hand comes down, belly to your right thigh. Left foot steps over to the right. Press into your right foot, lift back up and come back to center. One more round. Weight to your left foot. Lift the right. Hinge forward. Right hand to the floor. Right foot steps to the left. Belly to your left thigh. Press into your left foot. Come back up. Back to standing. And to the other side. One more time. Bring it to the right foot. Lift the left. Hinge from the hip. Bring your left hand down. Left foot steps right. Belly to the right thigh. Take it down low. Press into your right foot. Come back up to center. Now, once you're back at center, and I'm just turning for the camera here, bring your feet together. And then go reach your arms straight forward. Now, I'm going to take it from here and go down into a deep squat. So with your legs together, reach your arms forward as a counterbalance. Bend the knees, keep your heels down. Let your seat sink back. Hinge fully from the hips. Bring your belly down to touch your thighs. Come down low. And then press into your feet. Bring this back upright, still reaching forward. Again, draw your belly in. Hang your seat back. Fold this completely. Bring your torso onto your thighs. Maybe bring your hips down lower. Reach forward. Come back up to standing. And then one more time. Belly pulled in. Hinge from the knees. Hinge from the hips. Reach forward. Torso fully to your thighs. Stay here. Now, I want to sit this down. At any point, you can bring your hands down behind you, but try to just sink further. Bring the hips lower than your heels. Let the knees start to widen. Keep reaching forward as a counterbalance. I want to try to sit this down. So with the hands or not, come down with the minimum impact. And then once you're down, feet in front of you about hips width, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width, and then just go ahead and rotate your knees side to side and let your body twist and loosen up. And then just bring this into center. So feet about hips width distance apart. Hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width. But palms down, fingertips to the sides, right and left. Push down, just lift your seat up off the floor. And then just to loosen this up, we're going to take a crab walk here. So just shift your weight side to side. Walk this to the back of the mat. And just don't overthink this. Once you come all the way back, reverse direction and walk all the way to the front. And just keep moving side to side. Now, once you come to the front of the mat, reverse direction again, but this time exaggerate the motion. Open your chest to the right and then to the left and really press down into that base hand. And take it all the way to the back. Once you make it to the back of the mat, reverse direction again, walk forward. Chest opening right and left. And in no hurry here, just take it side to side. And then once you come to the front of the mat, walk back again. And just bring yourself into center. Go ahead, set yourself down once you're at the center of the mat. Shake your hands out for just a moment. Then we'll take this right in reverse tabletop. Now feet in front of you, hips width. Hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width. Palms down, fingertips forward. If you can always still rotate the fingers to the sides if you need to. But just press down, lift your seat up off the floor. And let's go up and down. With an inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink this down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your hips again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift your hips again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, come down. And then inhale, lift one more time and hold. Now keep your glutes squeezed and keep lifting. You can look forward, look up, or hang your head back. And as you hold this, dig your heels down, pull them toward your hands, and engage this even more with the hips still lifting. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it back down. And then once you're down, just take a moment, shake your hands out. Now once the hands are ready, take hold of your knees. And then squeeze your knees into your chest. Pull everything in. I want to balance this here. So draw this back, sit this up tall, but bring your feet up off the floor. And what we're doing here is we're holding on to the compression, closing the hinge of the hips and keeping the thighs pulled in. Now we're going to go back and forth from this position, still balancing, extending one leg at a time. Now the easiest thing, or if you're not used to this sort of thing, just bring your hands behind your knees and keep the thighs pulled in and still sit this up tall. Now if you can still keep the thighs close and sit up tall, maybe release the grip and have your arms at your sides. And if you want to make it even harder, if you're used to this, hands behind your head, elbows out wide, and just round your torso forward, keep the thighs pulled in. Now keep your legs close either way, but then straighten the right leg as much as you can. Lift the foot. Bend the knee and bring the foot down. Lift your left foot up high as you can go. And then bring it back down. Right foot up again. Keep the thigh pulled in close. And then bring it back down. Left foot up high. Bring it back down. You're still balancing here. Right foot up high again. Bring it back down. Left foot up high. Keep the thigh close. And then bring it back down. 2 more rounds. Right foot up again. Bring it back down. Lift your left foot up. And then bring it down again. Right foot up one more time. Bring it back down. Left foot up one more time. Bring it back down. And then just cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands, and find all fours. And once you take this into all fours, just move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move side to side. And then just go ahead and bring this into center, and we'll take this into the wrists. Now wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, look down at your hands. Now keep the palms facing down, but rotate your hands, fingertips out to the sides and then in toward your knees as far as you can go. Set your hands flat, spread the fingers wide. Dig your fingertips down and press your spine up toward the ceiling. Stay lifted here and keep that grip. Now you can just stay here, circle your shoulders over your wrists, keep the hands tense. This is good enough. But if you can take it further, slide your knees further back and take them as far back as you can without your palms lifting. You're still gripping the floor. Find that deeper stretch moving up into the forearms. And this is good enough here. Now, if you want to take this further, just move the legs one at a time. So as you're gripping the floor, bring the right big toe over the left as far as you can. Try to lift the left hip above the right and twist. And bring the right knee back down. Keep it away from your hands. Left big toe over to the right side. Lift the left hip above the right. And then go ahead, bring that knee back to the floor. And then twist this again. Right big toe over to the left. And then set the knee back down. On the other side, left big toe over to the right. Left hip higher than the right. And bring the knee back to the floor. Right big toe over to the left again. And then set the knee down. Left big toe over to the right one more time. And then come back into center. And then just walk the knees forward. Come into your regular all fours. So go ahead, just lift everything up for a moment here and just point the fingertips forward. Now from all fours, we're setting up for another wrist stretch. This would be one hand at a time moving toward a side plank variation. So I want you to go ahead and slide the right hand over the left. Inside the left hand, go past the middle of the mat to the left side. Flip your right hand over. Back of the hand down, palm up, the fingertips point left. And then set the left hand down on top of the right. Now with your right hand, keep the fingers spread wide, keep your fingertips pressing down, keep the hand tense. And you can just stay here and circle the shoulder over your wrist. This might be enough. Now, if you want to take it further, move into a modified side plank. Step the left foot behind the right, stack the left hip above the right, and keep the fingertips of the right hand pressing down. If you can move with this, lift your left foot up off the floor. And then from here, take it back and forth. Pull that knee forward toward your left shoulder, and then extend the leg straight back. Knee to shoulder again, and extend the leg back. Knee to shoulder, extend the leg back again. Knee to shoulder, and extend the leg back. Knee to shoulder one more time. Extend the leg back again. And then set your left knee down. Release your right hand. Take a moment, shake it out. And let's go take it on the other side. So from all fours, keep your hips stacked over your knees. Slide the left hand over to the right inside your right hand. Now flip your left hand over, back of the hand down, palm up, the fingertips point to the right. Keep that hand flat, set the right hand on top of the left to flatten it out further. Now keep your left hand tense with the fingertips pressing down. And again, you can just stay here, circle the shoulders over your wrists, and that might be enough. Now if you're going to move into the modified side plank, step the right foot behind the left, lift the right hip. And if you're going to move with this, lift the right foot up off the floor. Now from here, take it back and forth. Bring the knee forward toward your shoulder. And then extend the leg back. Knee toward the right shoulder. And extend the leg back. Knee to shoulder again. Keep that hand pressing down. Extend the leg back. Knee to shoulder. Bring it in close. And extend the leg back. Knee to shoulder one more time. Extend the leg back one more time. And then go and set your knee down. And release this. Come down onto your heels. And just shake your hands out for a moment. Loosen your fingers and loosen your wrists. Now once the hands are ready, come back to all fours. And then we'll take this into a forearm plank. So when you're ready, bring the forearms down. Now you can have the forearms parallel with the palms down. We put the palms together. It doesn't really matter. Just keep the elbows are shoulder width. And then step your feet straight back. Bring your body into line. Feet about hips with distance apart. Now press your hands down. Keep your spine lifted. Just hold your shape here for a moment. And then let's take a side plank variation. So roll your heels to the right, come up onto your left hand. Keep your hips lifted, and you can always just stay here. This is plenty. Now, if you're going to take it further, reach your left arm past your head, stretch this out long, hips are still high. And if you're going to move with this, take an inhale. With the exhale, sink the hips down and reach toward your feet. Inhale, lift up and reach. Exhale, sink this down. Inhale, lift up and reach. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up and reach. Exhale, sink this down. Inhale, lift up and reach again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up and reach. With the exhale, sink it down one more time. Inhale, lift up and reach. And then come back to center to your forearm plank. And let's take it to the other side. Roll your heels left this time. Come up onto the right hand. Hips are high. You can always stay here. If you're going to go further, reach your right arm past your head. And then to move with this, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, sink the hips down. Reach toward your feet. Inhale, lift up and reach. Exhale, sink this back down. Inhale, lift up and reach. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift up and reach. Exhale, sink it down again. Inhale, lift up and reach. And with the exhale, sink down one more time. Inhale, lift up and reach. Come back into center. Find your forearm plank. And then go bring your knees to the floor. And just come up to all fours. And once you're on all fours, just give yourself a moment here. Move around. All right, now keep in mind, we're working with the bent arm strength quite a bit. So before we move on, we're going to take this into a couple sets of Russian push-ups. So to set this up from all fours, bring your knees together, keep your hips stacked over your knees. Wrists beneath the shoulders, palms down. Now rotate your fingers to the sides, middle fingers right or left about 45 degrees. Now as you press into your palms, just shift your shoulders forward. Arms are straight, come past your wrists. We're going to start and end in this position. And then through the whole movement, the elbow is going to be bent. See that you're holding tension to keep your elbows squeezing toward your ribs. So you need to lean this as far forward as you can when the elbows bend. And then keep the elbows pulled in and keep the arms parallel, even when you have that bend. Now look forward. And let's go back and forth. Shoulders forward, elbows in. Bring it down halfway and hold here. Elbows squeezing in. And then pull your weight back and bring the elbows down to the floor. Arms stay bent. Shift this forward. Squeeze the elbows in. And then press back up the straight. And we'll keep going like that. Shoulders forward, elbows in. Come halfway down. This is your chaturanga. Pull your weight back. Bring the elbows down to the floor. Arms are parallel. Shift your weight forward. Squeeze the elbows in. They're still bent. And then press back up the straight. 3 more rounds. Shoulders forward, elbows in. Bring it down halfway. Bring your weight back and set the elbows down to the floor. Shift your weight forward, squeeze the elbows in like this, and then press it up to straight. Again, shoulders forward, elbows in, come down halfway, and then bring your weight back, elbows come down to the floor. Shift your weight forward, squeeze the elbows in, and then press back up to straight. One more round. Shoulders forward, elbows in, take it down halfway. Pull your weight back, elbows down to the floor. Shift your weight forward, squeeze the elbows in. Press back up to straight. And then just take a moment here, take a seat. Shake out your hands, roll your shoulders out a little bit. There's a little intermission here. We're going to take one more set. Now when you're ready, come back to all fours. Bring your hands down. So hips over your knees, legs together, hands shoulder width, fingertips to the sides, middle fingers 45 degrees right or left. Now you got two choices here. You can do the modified version, that's with your knees on the floor, and if it's hard enough, just stay with this. If you want more of a challenge, you can do the full version with your legs straight. That'll bring you through plank, chaturanga, and dolphin. So either way, just go ahead, set this up. Straight arms dig your fingertips down, shoulders past the wrists. And again, see if the elbows stay pulled in when they bend. Now let's bring it forward. Shoulders forward, elbows in, come down halfway and hold. Pull your weight back, elbows come down to the floor. And then shift your weight forward, keep the elbows squeezing in. Press back up to straight. 4 more rounds. Shoulders forward, elbows in, bring it down halfway. Bring your weight back, elbows down to the floor. Shift your weight forward, squeeze the elbows in. And then press back up to straight. Again like that. Shoulders forward, elbows in, bring it down halfway. Pull your weight back, elbows come down to the floor. Shift it forward, squeeze the elbows into your sides. Press back up to straight. 2 more rounds. Shoulders forward, elbows in, bring it down halfway. Pull back, elbows come down to the floor. Forearms are parallel. Shift your weight forward, squeeze the elbows in. And then press up to straight. Last time. Shoulders forward, elbows in, take it halfway down. Pull back, elbows come down to the floor. Shift it forward, squeeze the elbows in. And then press back up to straight. And then go ahead, bring yourself down to a seat. And again, take a moment here. Roll your shoulders out, shake your hands out a little bit, and just breathe. Now you can just stay here and breathe and take a little break or take another stretch before you move on. But whenever you're ready, go ahead, bring your hands down. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, bring your hips up high, and just find your downward facing dog. Now, once you move in your down dog, take a look at how you set things up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Flatten your hands so you can feel weight toward the base of your thumbs. Sink your chest down low to the floor. Now, even as your chest sinks down, reach your hips up as high as you can toward the ceiling. And keep that long reach. Now, engage your core, pulling through the belly around the lower ribs, and use that tension around your waist to help it lengthen out your spine. Reach your hips up as high as possible. Now, as you're reaching up, if your legs are tight, you can always put a bend in the knees. Maybe pedal this out and keep moving. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step to the front. Let's take a ragdoll fold. Now feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round. Let everything go long and loose here and let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows if you like. And maybe shake the side to side to loosen further. When you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin and restack your spine. Round this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready here with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment here to breathe. Set an intention. Let your mind clear. Find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine. Put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly. And then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor, to the shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat. And let's step this back to high plank. Now find your shape. Resync the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and keep that lift. Take an inhale here. Now with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as your elbows bend. Keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides. Lower with control. All the way down into your belly. Now once you're down, flatten the feet up behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides, and we'll take it up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll it back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time. Now just stay lifted. Keep the lift in the upper body. Press your feet into the floor. Squeeze your glutes. And then take some or all the weight out of your hands. Draw the elbows into your sides. Draw the shoulders back. Look forward. And then lift it up higher. Take an inhale. With the exhale, roll back down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Press the palms down to the floor. And let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang. Stand at the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active and lift your knees up from the mat. Take it further. Kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes. Pull the hips forward to deepen and lengthen the arc through the front. Lift with the arms. Lift up with the shoulders. Keep your neck long. Deep inhale. And then with the exhale, pull your belly in. Hips up, pat it down dog. Paddle out here. Now from your down dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Now stay folded. And then set the feet wide. We'll take a deep chair squat. So feet behind the wrist. Keep your feet flat, heels down. And then bend the knees. Bring your seat down low. Torso to your thighs. Look forward, reach your arms straight back. From here, we're going to go straight up and down. So with an inhale, come up all the way, reach high. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale all the way up and stay lifted this time. Reach your arms up high. Put the weight to the right foot and hover the left. Just hold here and slow your breathing down. Now once you're stable, go ahead, bring your hands to your low back. Palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back. Put a little bend in the right knee and take it slow. Swing your left leg back. We're going to bring this toward a warrior three. So square up the hips. Keep your lifted body in line. And maybe hinge forward and come down toward parallel. Take this to where you can. Keep looking forward. And then we're going to go down lower even slower. So I want you to bend the right knee. Sink down, belly toward your thigh. And then set the hands down on the floor. Step the left foot down behind your low lunge. And from here, we'll take a dancer's bridge. Now, the left hand is your base. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Right foot steps behind the left leg. Sink down. With an inhale, press your hips high. Reach for the right arm. Now, keep your glutes squeezing. Keep lifting your hips and keep breathing here. You can stack the shoulders like side plank or open your chest to more of a back bend. Just stay lifted and keep breathing with this. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, sink straight down. Right hand forward, right foot forward, low lunge. Now from here, take a kneeling lunge. Bring your left knee down, left foot flat behind. Both legs at 90 degrees with the hips still squared. Hands to your hips. Just go ahead, bring yourself up, right? Everything's vertical from the left knee up. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. With the exhale, vertical twist. Right arm back, left arm forward, open up to the right. Inhale back to center, reach up high. Exhale, twist again, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale to center, arms up high. Exhale one more time, right arm back, left arm forward. Now hold here. Look back toward the right hand. Keep your chest open, keep your arms in line. And left foot kicking into the floor. Now start to lean back, arms still in line. Reach the right hand toward your left heel. You don't have to touch it, just take it as far back as you can and hold. Keep that left hip pressing forward. Now as you hold this, just bring your gaze up toward the ceiling, take it slow. And then reach your left arm past your head. Now keep that left hip pressing forward, stretch the left side long, and keep breathing here. With your next inhale, reach the arms up high, look forward. And then bring the right arm across your low back, palm facing away. At the left side, bring your palms together. Interlace your fingers, pull the palms together and draw the shoulders back. Keep your chest open. When you're ready, put the weight to the right foot, tuck the toes to the left, and lift your left knee. Come up to a high lunge stance. Now deep into the right knee, left leg towards straight, hips squared to the front. Keep your chest open. We're going to go back and forth from this position to balancing. Now take every step slow. Now just hinge from the hips. Bring your belly down to touch the right thigh. Keep looking forward. Press into the right foot to lift the left. Slowly hinge this up to vertical with your left knee lifted. And then slow on the way back. Hinge forward. Extend the left leg back. Think warrior three first. Bend the right knee, belly to your thigh. Set your left foot down. And then bring your torso back upright, back to where you started. Again, like that, hinge from the hips, belly to the right thigh, look forward. Press into the right foot to lift the left. Bring yourself to vertical. Left knee high, take it slow. And then hinge forward. Extend your left leg straight back. Bend the right knee, sink down, belly to your thigh again. Set the left foot down behind. And bring yourself back upright. Again, hinge forward, belly to the thigh. Keep looking forward. Weight to the right foot, lift the left. Bring yourself to vertical with your left knee high. And then take it slow. Hinge forward, extend that left leg back. Bend the right knee, belly to your thigh. Again, step your left foot down. And come back upright. 2 more times. Hinge forward, belly to the right thigh. Keep looking forward. Weight to the right foot, lift the left. Bring it to vertical. Left knee high. And again, hinge forward. Left leg straight back. Bend the right knee, belly to the thigh again. Set your left foot down and bring yourself back upright. One last time. Hinge forward, belly to the right thigh. Keep looking forward. Weight to the right foot, lift the left. Come up to vertical with your left knee lifted and just stay here. And then go ahead, bring your hands to your hips, step the left foot down. Come to standing with your right knee high. Now ground down with the left big toe, slow your breathing down. And then when you're ready, let's take it to dancer. So line the right knee up with the left and reach back with the right hand. Find the inside edge of the right foot. Now once you got that grip, line up your knees. Keep looking forward, reach your left arm high. Now kick into the right hand, lean against the tension of the kick. Pull the right shoulder forward, lift the right knee behind you, and keep looking forward. And if you can take it deep, just take it as far as you can control here. Keep your balance. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, slowly, both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. Now from that fold, take an inhale, lift it up halfway. And with the exhale, set your hands. Let's take it to crow. So dig your fingertips down, heels up, knees touch your arms. Look forward, start to lean, keep your hips high. Lift the feet together, toes to touch. And then once you're up to take the one-legged crow, shift your weight to the left. See about lifting your right knee. Maybe squeeze both legs to the left. And maybe extend the right leg up and back. Take it to where you can here. When you're ready, take it to your Vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, just move around, breathe. Now let's take it to the other side. From your down dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Now stay folded. Set your feet wide behind the wrist. Keep the heels down. Bend the knees, fold down completely, belly to your thighs. Hang your seat back. Look forward, reach the arms behind. And then up and down. With an inhale, come up all the way. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down one more time. Inhale all the way up. Now keep reaching up. Put the weight to the left foot, hover the right, and hold here. Now dig down with the left big toe. Slow your breathing down. When you're ready, hands to your low back. Palms open, elbows wide, shoulders drawn back. Put a bend in your left knee. And start to swing the right leg back. Bring this toward your warrior 3. So bring your lifted body in line, hips square. Maybe more upright, maybe down toward parallel. Keep looking forward. And keep holding your balance. Now bend your left knee. Sink down, belly toward your thigh. And then both hands down, right foot down behind you, low lunge. Now from here to your dancer's bridge, right hand's your base. Roll the outside edge of the right foot. Left foot steps behind the right leg, sink down. With an inhale, press your hips high. Reach with your left arm. Keep your hips lifting, glutes squeezing. And just stay lifted like this. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, sink back down. Left hand forward, left foot forward, back to your low lunge. Take your kneeling lunge, right knee down. Right foot flat behind, both legs at 90 degrees, hips still squared. Hands to your hips, just come all the way to upright. Everything's vertical from the right knee up this time. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach up high. And with the exhale, twist, left arm back, right arm forward, open up to the left. Inhale to center, arms up high. Exhale, twist again, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale to center, reaches high. Exhale one more time, left arm back, right arm forward, hold here. Now look back toward your left hand, keep the arms in line. Kick the right foot down into the floor. And then start to lean back, arms still in line. Reach the left hand toward the right heel. Again, you don't have to touch it, you're just leaning. And then once you're not going to go any further, look up toward the ceiling. Reach your right arm past your head, keep that right hip pushing forward. And just stretch the front of the right side long. Keep breathing here. Now with your next inhale, turn to center, reach the arms up high. And with the exhale this time, left arm crosses your low back, both hands together at your right side. Palms to touch, fingers interlace. Keep your shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open. Bring the weight to the left foot, tuck the toes to the right, and lift your right knee up off the floor, find your high lunge stance again. Right hip forward, left hip back, deep in the left knee. Keep your chest open. And then back and forth from here again to balancing. Take it slow and make it smooth. Hinge from the hips, belly to your left thigh, keep looking forward. Press into your left foot, lift the right. Now hinge up to vertical with your right knee lifted, just take it slow. And then hinge forward. Right leg straight back again, think warrior three, bring everything in line. Bend your left knee, belly to your thigh, and set the right foot down. Bring your torso upright back to where we started. Hinge from the hip, belly to your thigh again. Press into your left foot, lift the right. Bring yourself to vertical with your right knee lifted, take it slow. Hinge forward, right leg straight back. Bend your left knee, belly to your thigh. Right foot down, and then bring your torso back upright. Again, hinge forward, belly to your left thigh. Weight to the left foot, lift the right. Come up to vertical, right knee lifted. And then hinge forward, right leg straight back. Bend your left knee, sink down, belly to your thigh again. Set the right foot down, and then bring yourself back upright. We'll take 2 more rounds. Hinge forward, belly to your thigh. Press into your left foot, lift the right. Bring it to vertical, right knee lifted. And then hinge forward, extend the right leg straight back, keep your chest open. Bend your left knee, belly to your thigh, right foot comes down, and come back upright. One more time, hinge forward, belly to your left thigh. Press into the left foot, lift the right. Bring it up to vertical with your right knee high, stay here. And then hands to your hips, set the right foot down, come to standing with your left knee high. Slow your breathing down, ground the right big toe. Once you're stable, line the left knee up with the right, take it to dancer. Left hand reaches back, find the inside edge of your left foot, and then line up the knees. Now keep looking forward, reach your right arm high. Kick into the left hand, lean forward against the tension of the kick. Pull your left shoulder forward, keep your gaze forward, lift the left knee high as you can, and just take it down to where you can control here. Now slowly take an inhale. And with the exhale, release both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. When you're ready, take an inhale, lift it up halfway. And then with the exhale, set the hands, let's take it back to crow. So dig your fingertips down, bring the heels up. Knees to your arms, look forward, lean, keep your hips high, lift the feet together, toes to touch. For the one-legged crow, shift your weight to the right. See about lifting your left knee, maybe squeeze the legs together, maybe extend that left leg up and back. And then go ahead and take your vinyasa when you're ready. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, just bring it forward. Right knee behind your right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. We'll take half pigeon. So go bring your left knee down, left foot flat behind, pull the left hip forward, keep your hips squared, and sink your weight straight down. Look for at least some of that stretch on the right outer hip or toward the glutes. Now you can stay upright. You can come up further toward the back bend, or you can melt it down to the elbows, maybe come down all the way. Just take it to where you need to here. Left hip still pulling forward, hips are still square. Just keep breathing with this. Now, from wherever you are, come up onto your hands and bring them in close. And we'll take this into another pose. When you're ready, lower to the right hip, swing your left leg forward. And we'll take lower to the fishes here. So right heel outside the left hip. Step your left foot down outside the right thigh. And keep both sit bones on the floor. Now, once you're ready, and keep in mind, if you need to back off, you can always extend the right leg with the left leg crossed. When you're ready, left hand sets behind you. Inhale the right arm high. And with the exhale, bring the right elbow down past your left thigh. Now sit up tall, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your left shoulder. and keep your right arm pushing into your left leg. Keep extending up as you're twisting and try to take it deeper with each exhale. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just release this. Bring both hands to the right side. Lightly open your chest up to the right. And then go turn back to center. Hands behind, lean back, untangle your legs. And just cross at the ankles, roll forward to all fours, and step back to down dog. And we'll take it on the other side. So when you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist. Left ankle somewhere behind the right. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Pull that right hip forward. Keep it in line with the left. Sink your weight straight down and look for some of that stretch on the left side. Outer hip or toward the glutes again. And again for me, you can sit this up tall. You can bring yourself toward the back bend and go deeper. Or you can melt down to the elbows. You can take it all the way to the floor. Just take it to where you need to here. Now again from here, come up onto your hands and bring the hands in close. And then lower to the left hip. Swing your right leg forward this time. So left heel outside the right hip, right foot outside your left thigh. You can always extend the left leg, keep in mind. But bring both sit bones down. Once you're ready, set the right hand down behind you. Inhale your left arm up high. And with the exhale, bring that elbow down past your right thigh. Now again, sit up tall, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your right shoulder. Use the left arm, press into the right leg. Keep extending upwards as you're twisting. And just breathe deep here. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, release. Bring both hands to your left side. Lightly open your chest up to the left. And then again, turn to center. Hands behind, lean back, untangle your legs. And come all the way down to your back. Now once you're down, bring your knees to your chest. Squeeze everything in tight for a moment. And then go ahead and bring your feet down to the floor. Now we're going to take this up into back bending 2 rounds, all right? So the first round, we're just going to take it to bridge. And we're going to work to deepen this and make it more active. And for the second round, you can just repeat that. And if you want to take it into wheel, I'll cue toward that as well. So to set this up, feet and knees, hips with distance, bring your heels in close to your low back's basically flat. Arms at your sides, palms down, just keep looking up. Now with an inhale, press your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, and keep your glutes engaged, keep your hips pressing high. Now to take it deeper, bring your hands underneath your hips. Interlace your fingers. Pull the palms toward each other. Draw them in close. Work your shoulders behind your back to open up your chest and lift up higher. And keep your hands pressing down into the floor. Now with all that tension, keep your glutes engaged, hips still lifting high. And then just go back and forth with your feet. Press your toes down. Lift your heels up high. Glutes are still engaged. And then heels down and lift your toes. Bring the toes back down again. Lift your heels. Set your heels down, lift your toes up. One more time, down with the toes, heels up. One more time with the heels down and lift the toes up off the floor. And then set your feet flat. Now keep your hands pressing down, keep your hips lifting. And as you hold this, try to slide your feet in a little bit close to your hands. Think about moving in closer, about an inch, maybe more. But then re-engage. Dig your heels into the floor. Lift your hips up higher, keep your hands pushing down, and breathe into this here. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it all the way back down. And just take a moment, breathe, shake your legs out a little bit. And then we'll take it up for the next round. So again, feet and knees, hips width distance, bring your heels in close. Arms at your sides to begin, keep looking up. With an inhale, press the feet, lift your hips, and hold that lift. Keep your glutes squeezing. Now, if you're going to keep your bridge, go ahead, bring your hands underneath your hips and draw the shoulders behind your back, and then lift up higher. If you're going to take wheel, hips are still lifted, but the hands come down around your head. Now, go ahead, press into the floor, and then you can lift to the top of your head first. Whenever you're ready, straighten your arms and press your hips toward the ceiling. Now, if you feel it too much in the low back, you can always lift your heels, keep in mind, but keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting up. Now, as you press your hips up high, push from the shoulders, try to reach into the floor, and open up your chest as much as you can. And just keep your breath smooth here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring everything back down to the mat. Once you're down, pull your knees into your chest and just squeeze in. And we'll take this into Supta Gomukhasana. So just release the left foot to the floor. Right knee to your chest. Open up your right leg to 90 degrees. And let's cross the legs. Pull the left knee in tight behind the right. Now, draw your knees in close. It's going to be opposite hand to opposite leg. Holding the knees is enough. If you're going to take it further, you can work your hands toward your feet. And if you want to take it deep, curl your toes toward your hands. Pull the feet down toward the floor and up toward your shoulders at the same time. Now, whatever variation you take, keep the knees pulled in close. Pull down to flatten your spine and push back up into the hands at the same time. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just release your grip, untangle the legs. And let's take it the other way. Set the right foot on the floor and bring the left knee to your chest. Open up your left leg to 90 degrees. Right knee comes in behind the left. Cross your legs together tight. And draw down. Now again, you can hold the knees or work the hands toward the feet. And if you're going to take it further, go ahead, curl the toes toward your hands. Pull the feet toward the floor and up toward the shoulders as well. Now whatever grip you have, keep your knees pulling in close. Work to pull down and flatten your spine. And push back up at the same time. Take an inhale. Now at the exhale, just release your grip, uncross your legs. Pull your knees into your chest side by side. And then reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees and pull down. Now draw the knees toward the floor. Outside the ribs, press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working both up and down. Flatten your spine. Sink your tailbone toward the floor. And then if you want to take it further, you can rock a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip, but just keep breathing with this. And then finally, when you're ready, take a deep inhale here, draw down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms to the ceiling. And then just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat. And then start to move again. Fingers and toes. Arms and legs. Take a deep inhale. Reach your arms out long past your head. And draw everything in. Bring the elbows toward your chest. Pull your knees up as well. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat. Stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale. Hold on to the top. And just let everything go. Thank you for joining class. Namaste.